for this, I'm at the beach up all.
Kill them with you know. Just make a boy know you're not blow. It's like everybody need somebody some Simma. Who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar. Look into my eyes. Tell me what you see. Can you feel my pain? Am I your enemy?
Morning, nice and decent people. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah. Everything's going up on a Tuesday. So, admin note, while it's still fresh in my head, NBA Wednesdays is back tomorrow. We kick off the NBA Wednesdays tomorrow. We'll talk about the MVP race and going into the playoffs and all them something that setting up for this year's bracketology of NBA basketball. So that's the quick admin note. And don't forget, people, to send me your quarterfinal picks for the Champions League. The prize is still $300 US. It's down from 500 from the round of 16. Now it's 300, but that's still me giving back to the community. I'm in my Dave Chappelle mode, giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Small channel extraordinaire. That's what the fuck I am. That's what the hell I do. Big you up, big up to everyone. Now, where's my manners? Where's my good morning to the people? Busy day of streaming today. I was trying to get I meant to get some people on for the international break, but you know, the international break just started. The stench is still in the air from the Carabao Cup failure. So I'm waiting until that blow over so we can take the temperature down in the room a little bit, because the temperature is a little high, right? Everyone is off their rocks a little bit about the failure. Now what? Right? Now is the question. You've had failure. Now how do we react to it? How do we adjust to the Carabao fuck up? Do we sink or swim? Do we hang our heads? Be like, oh my God, we don't have the bottle to win? Or it's like, you know what, that's gone. Make sure we double down, triple down to make sure we go ahead and win this, right? What is understood don't need to be said, right? There's some things you just don't have to explain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I actually have to explain to my wife that when, like, for example, like a bathroom stall, right? You go into a male bathroom. If there are 3 stalls, when you walk in, you go to the farthest stall to the left. And you walk in and there's a dude to the farthest stall to the left, you go to the farthest stall to the right. It's not written anywhere, but it's understood. It doesn't need to be said. If I'm at the far left urinal and I'm pissing, and the far right one is open and the motherfucker comes stand next to me, I'm like, brother, what are we doing? That's one rule. The other rule is to make sure that you look straight ahead. It's not written anywhere. It's understood. It doesn't need to be said. You fucked off that cup final. Now every other game is a final, because we've even said that before. We've talked about 19 cup finals to go over the Christmas break. I remember Gary from Don't Waste the Trip was disagreeing with me. Big up to Gary every time. He was like, nah, not 19 cup finals. Well, how about 7? Yeah, that's what it is now. 7 cup finals. And if we approach these 7 Premier League games like their cup finals, damn it, I think we win 5 of them. Win 5 of them, the Premier League is ours. What are we saying? Or this could be the catalyst to the rail season. Now, that seems to be the running agenda. Arsenal have lost. They don't have the ball, and it's going to come off the rails pretty soon. Now, you know what? You as Arsenal Football Club, you have to realize that from now on, from this point, from March 23rd, or take it further, take it all the way to April 11th, yeah? Let's take it all the way to 11th of April. Every team that plays us from then on, except for Man City, will be playing us for a point. Like the West Hams, the Newcastles, the Fulhams, who else we got? Burnley and Palace. These men will be happy to get a point. Some of these men could be out the relegation zone by the time we get to them, right? We need 3 points. City needs 3 points from all these games because we don't even need to lose games to fuck this off. 2 draws and Man City are right back in it, assuming they win their games. So, dirty football, stinky football, we don't care about performances at this point in the league. Only results matter. We'll talk about the big performance when we go to Southampton away, but obviously the goal is to get beyond them, which we should. But that's what it is. Pardon my manners, people. Let me big up some of the legends in here before I get away with my rant. Big up to the Man United extraordinaire, man like Wahaha. You good? Hope you're good, my G. Thank you for being here. Big up, big up. You assembled. Thank you for being here as well. Mr. Cousteau, big you up. Boyten is back with us. Boyten has circled back around. I can't believe this Ninja Arteta started Raya in the final. Yeah, that was a point of contention, Boyten. About this was a point of contention about whether or not. Now, I've said my piece about the Raya Kepa thing. It is what it is. He made his decision, and he's got to live with his decision. Yeah. Now, say we get to the next FA Cup final, and he doesn't learn, or we draw. Say we draw Man United. Say we draw City or Liverpool in the next round of the FA Cup. Surely he's going to play Raya, right? Because in the event that we draw Liverpool or City, I'm not even talking about Chelsea. We can beat Chelsea with Raya. We did it in the Carabao. But if it's Chelsea, if it's City or it's Liverpool in the next one, he has to play Raya. He cannot. And if he does, then he is more stubborn than we think. And we already know what we think his stubborn level is. Right? That's what we running. So and we will see soon, right? Because I think the FA Cup is played what? Like I'm not even sure if it's been scheduled yet. You know what I mean? Temperature not going down. It has to. The trophy is gone, my friend. It's gone. It has to go down. The temperature that you were on for 4 trophies has to go down. It's not by the. It's not a matter of feeling or a choice. The choice has been taken away from us by the big blue shark. So we must take the temperature down just a little bit. Because if we crank any more heat upon these, man, they might fuck off the FA Cup too. Forget the league for a second. Pick up the Flybury. Hey, big up to Joins. What you telling me, man? I heard him in Espresso. He said Kepa has got us to this point, and he's stuck with his keeper. But you know he's going to double down, triple down even. He's not walking that back. You know what I mean? We couldn't play out the back without Raya against the press organized by Pep. I didn't need to see how the game went I didn't need to see the game to know that would be the case. And I'm not on 15 point. Yeah, you know, I hear it. But big you up for showing your face because the chat has been put out. APB has been put out for you and LFC Monster. And you have showed up and LFC Monster is nowhere to be found. So fair play to you, Boyten, to come back and hold your licks. Because you were the quad father, the quad wanker, the quad everything. But it wasn't meant to be. It's a reason why it's never been done. Now, you know, to go from winning nothing to winning everything, it's a tall ask. That's all we tried to tell you. But I can respect it. The quad father in the house. I don't even want to treble. It's wasted. Nah, man. Boyten, you go to the club and you can't get the one that you want, leave with the one that wants you. Yeah. And when the damn male thought extraordinaire Mateo popped his ass in here, we'll tell him that too. Yeah? You can't love the one you want, love the one you got. The treble is all we got to fight for. And for me, I think we're only winning 1 trophy this season. Because that one was the main one that I thought we would win, along with the FA Cup. Now, the league, still iffy. Now, you're going to see a lot of people who said we were going to win all our games for the rest of the season. Well, hold on. You're going to see many people who said, the league is done, it's 80%, 70%, because I make sure that I ask these men, when they come on here or when I'm on their panels. DJ Warren, Dal, all of them. Hey, what percentage do you put the league? It's 80, it's 90. Remember when the catch up came through here and I was like 49.999? I wasn't even at 50%, and that was just 3 weeks ago. Now I'm saying it's 60-40 for the reasons I laid yesterday. Just a quick recap of what I don't think is over. If they can beat us at Wembley, they can beat us at the Etihad. It's a 6-point game. They have Palace at home in their rescheduled fixture. In what world of football don't we think that Man City can beat Palace? They can. That could take it to 3. Then we have 5 games to play for. 3-point lead, not safe. Just on a linear scale, I'm saying 60-40. We don't even need to lose. City haven't lost a game since Manchester United beat them. It's the draws that's been killing them, and it's the draws that will kill us. Another question that I ask people who come on the panel, I said, do you think that Newcastle can beat anyone on a given day? Saturday, Sunday, Friday. Home or away? Yes, they can. Or they can get a draw. They can. We can draw with West Ham. We just seen West Ham draw with the Big Blue Shark. We just punched us up 2-0. Right? We've seen it. So, with all that being said, I don't know how people get to 90%, knowing the Arteta tax is a real thing. The Arteta tax is the Arteta tax, boy 10. Ninjas. Your words. It's real. You know what I mean? Get the league. We moved, maybe with a new manager this season. I like this type of energy from boy 10. You know, not because it's a downer and we told you so, but it's dopamine free. It's copium. It's copium free. It's objective truth. Dal the Organ Guna got a lot of shit a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, when he said if Arteta barely gets over the line, I still want him sacked from the position that we were postured at the time. They called him everything outside his name. They called him crazy. You've heard this here before. First they call you crazy. Now they understand, because we could very well be limping over the line. Now 85 points is the target. 5 more wins. I think the maximum amount of points Man City can get is 84, 85. We shall see. Now, we won't be dependent on, I'm not even going to go there yet. Let me continue on before I lose track of the chat. I do not like to lose track of this legendary chat. Not with this team, not with this manager. Big up to Joint. Listen, if Wenger, Fergie, Carlo, any other top manager, I wouldn't worry about getting the job done. But it's Mikel, the most scared person in the squad. I love the last part of that comment because I was actually thinking this shit yesterday. I'm driving home from the gym and I'm thinking to myself, like, if this was Wenger, and I was actually saying that, like, if this was Wenger, there would be a lot more energy. The energy that Boy 10 had for the quad, it'd be on. Because at no point during Wenger's reign did we have, well, I won't say it now. Yeah. Very few times during Wenger's reign did we have a very good defense. Normally we just outscored team, but we were leaky at the back. Wow. You give him this defense. You give him Declan Rice. You give him Eze. We could do bits. But I fully hear this shout, Joints. The team is good. The manager has to make bonehead selections. He keep giving himself problems. That's what he does. He has a problem for every solution. The solution is Don Berta. And Berta has given you all these players at your disposal. He's given you Mascara that has bailed out Saliba and has bailed out our right back situation this year. He's giving you Hincapié, who has bailed out our left back situation this year. He's given you Eze, who has bailed out your number 10 crisis. You felt so confident in Eze and Odegaard that you loan out Ethan. Could we have used Ethan on Sunday? You goddamn right we could. So Berta has given you all the ingredients to cook the meal, and you fucking this up. Fucking this up, man. Names that are popping up I don't want, so I'd give 1 year. Why just 1 year? And if your Carrick, Manchester United offer you a 1-year deal, you tell them to fuck off. Nah, 3-year deal with a huge termination clause. You know, you're not about to take my good work as charity, because Carrick has put these men in a position where they can talk to Chelsea a certain way. They can talk to Liverpool a certain way. You know, United can throw their ass around right now because they are comfortably getting third. And if they can have the transfer window they just had outside the Champions League, you put these men in the Champions League, they can go splash the cash. They can go get Bruno G. They can go get Finale. They can do their bits. So if the names aren't big names, that imagine they're offering Southgate 3-year deal and De Zerbi and these men 3-year deal and want to give Carrick a 1-year deal. Now, you'll be like, fuck it. Carrick has raised his profile now where his name is out there now, where he could go actually get a lucrative deal from someone. Now, but if that 1-year deal is like 15.6 million, hell yeah, you take it. Hey, quiet dopamine is finito, it's terminado, it's done, finished. You know what I mean? Big up to Yagapi. Love my bro. We should have won the game with one selection. I think that, yeah, you know, I don't even know what that madman was thinking, bro. I honestly, I don't. You know, he was trying the thing and the thing don't work, right? Coming off a good performance midweek in Europe, Arsenal were on the up. Coming off a shit performance midweek versus Real Madrid, City was on the down. But it looked like Man City took a slap from Real Madrid and be like, you know what? Cool. What we're going to do, we're going to take it out of Arsenal on the weekend. And that's what the fuck they did. Man, juggling, keeping up some shit. Benjamin White had to lay one on him and all this stuff here. They took their frustration out on us with a trophy on the line, right? We come out in the second half. Man City took their game to another level. Now, for whatever reason, we couldn't. Not a matter of who can and who can't. It's who did and who didn't. Because they did. They took the game to another level and we couldn't keep up. We couldn't. We looked limp. Looked like we were trying to put it in soft. It won't work. Arteta said he will play Kepa again. He did. I'm going to give him one of the loud slaps now. But he needs to fix up. What do you mean you're going to play him again? You can't. But he will against Southampton. But in the event that we draw City or Liverpool in the next round, he better not. Because we know where his stubborn level is, right? And I can talk about Arteta's stubbornness if you look at just Saka, right? If you look at Bukayo Saka's performance, his production over the past 2-3 years, us, rivals, everyone who watched football has been saying to this motherfucker, Saka is overplayed, he's tired, he's burnt out, he's been carrying the damn team since 2020, 2021, whatever, right? He's tired. Now, either Mikel sees that, either he sees that Bukayo Saka is injured or burnt out and he just don't care, or he doesn't think that he is burnt out or overloaded. And if that's the event, he's not as smart as we think, then he's more stubborn than we actually think that he is. You were getting overrun with or without Kepa. They took the game to another level, and we could not match them. We couldn't. Kepa thrown under the bus. Now, Kepa had to do. I would hear that. You know, I would hear this, but his mistake led directly to a goal. That type of stuff, right? Being commanding in his box is one of the things that David Raya is better than Kepa. So his weakness was exploited because we were under pressure. I said on yesterday's stream, I'm wondering, had we turned the screw on Trafford, would he have made a mistake? Because the screw was only being turned one way. Second half was one-way traffic. You know? But fans thrown under the bus, Carabao thrown under the bus. He owed it to the fans not to go play for cowardly draw. Man, cowardly, bro. He was dead. Yeah. See, if we didn't have to play them, I'd be calm. I'd probably go 70-30. Yaga. Because I believe we have one more fuck up in us. I think we have another fuck up in us, maybe. Right? But the event next week, with all the shit that the Chelsea fans have been throwing out, next week, not next week, when we get back from international break, they will either take another slapping or help us get closer to the Premier League, whether they like it or not. Because that's what's going to happen. Right? We got Bournemouth at home. They host Man City. Winning the Prem is like making a struggle meal. You know, they're not making it easy, you know. Arsenal Football Club was never going to make this a smoothly paved road. To be fair, the road to a title in any sport is never paved smoothly, right? There's always going to be some adversity. But Arsenal Football Club have an uncanny ability of making simple shit difficult, right? We made Wolves away 2-0 up, very difficult. Went to the GTEC Stadium and made shit difficult. We need to fix that. I'm pretty sure the league is done. But such bumbuck-like decision in your in our first final in 6 years, it's a piss take. Now, you know what? Good segue, right? Because this actually made me think of something. Because leading up to the game, I'm using the Super Bowl analogy in American sports of guys who come out after the Super Bowl and say, man, the lights were bright as hell. And the moment was bigger than we thought it would be, even as seasoned professionals. But I was aiming that towards the players a lot. I was like, these guys have never played in finals, big finals. Well, for Arsenal Football Club, at least. Some of these men have played finals elsewhere, but not for us. But lo and behold, it looks like I should have been applying a little bit of that towards the manager instead of only the players, because he himself looked like he panicked because the lights were too bright for him. Another learning curve, learning on the job, right? Experience is the best teacher, you know. So we made the UCL semi, and Arteta is going to start Kepa because he wants. No. He ain't doing that. He can't do that shit. This would be negligence. Criminal negligence. If he does that, I'm not watching it. I'll just look for the score. And I know you man will come on and tell me how the game went, because you man are great connoisseurs of football. But ain't no way in hell if I see a lineup other than Southampton away, right? FA Cup games, or should we draw Chelsea, Leeds, or West Ham in the semis, then that's what Kepa plays. If it's Liverpool or City, he doesn't. Especially if it's City. If it's Kepa, maybe. I'm still against it. If it's Liverpool, Kepa, maybe, but I'm still against it. Because can you imagine if he does this again and Kepa makes another fuck up? Come on, man. And who the hell does Kepa think he is to want divine rights to start? Is he still living off that damn moment when he told Sarri to fuck off? Like, brother, you can't do that. You're not that guy. Like, Chelsea got rid of you. Look what they got in goal. You couldn't uproot Petrovic or Sanchez. They sent you to Bournemouth. There's a reason why you were $5 million. Like, people forget that at some point, Kepa was the world record transfer for goalkeepers. Right? I think it's when, I don't know if Brian is in the chat, but I think Kepa was the record signing after Thibaut Courtois went to Madrid. He was a record signing. It was a lot of money. He was up there at one point for pricing. Anyone who called for the quad had full trust in Arteta. Ooh, shit. Oh, shit. Or did Boy 10 believe that the squad is so good that it has the potential to override the Arteta tax and win the quad in spite of him, not because of him? What we saying? You can't beat Pep. Pep knows we have the tools to trouble his team. Raya kicking it long don't matter. We have a shit attack that don't platform goal scoring. 3-point loss. 3 points lost. I hear it. Love, my bro. Big up to the Waffle Don. It's all good, my G. I never said Kepa should start in the final. I can't be wrong for assuming our team of highly played coaches and manager around 50 million a year are going to make the right decision. But the thing is, boys, then, first of all, you had us. looking at the same team and the same manager telling you it wasn't going to happen. But you are so charged that you believe you are righter than all of us. That's the first thing. You thought you were right and we were all wrong. That's number one. Number two, we are watching the same manager and the same team that you are watching. How you came to the opinion that this bunch could do a quad is beyond me. Because I've seen better versions of Arsenal, better versions of City, better versions of Man United, who we took trophies from, didn't do the quad. That's the angle we were coming from. So it's not a case of they're highly paid professionals and should make it. No. They're highly paid professionals, but we watch them, watch what they do, not what they say, and the result is evident. Big up to Brian. FA Cup 3 games on Saturday, April 4th, City versus Liverpool, Chelsea Port Vale. Yep, April 5th, West Ham and Leeds. Okay, so I'm assuming they're going to do the draw that Monday, or they're going to do it right after. Because it's all Wembley bound, isn't it? Blessed love to the Toronto Guna. Anazaman big you up. Mascara, Incapie, Eze, Norgard, Zibamendi, Madueke, Yuck. You got all the tools given to him by the Don Berta. Sometimes you just got to let people speak and they'll tell you about themselves 100%. Are you trolling? He still hasn't won anything. Getting third amongst this shit bunch isn't nothing special either. Got to show a lot more for a long contract. Yeah, but you've given long contracts to players who haven't. Okay, at least give him a 2-year deal. Now, if you are his agent, you go in there and you ask for 3. You don't accept a 1-year deal. Fuck all that. That's a bad agent. You ask for 3. They want to give you 1. You ask for 3. Everyone compromises a happy medium in the middle with a huge termination clause. Because next year, this won't be no free hit. This year was a free hit based on expectation and based on the shit start that Amarin put you in. So next year, when there's actually pressure, let's see what happens with this bunch. Because remember last year, how the media was just loving Orange Flat? They were lapping up his interviews. You know, they were tickling him. This year, they're onto his motherfucking ass. Because there's pressure. There was no pressure on Slot last year. There's no pressure on Carrick. It's calm. It's cruising. It's like we had a technician to look at something in our fuse box. He rocked up with all the tools. 212 piece of all the things, tools you don't even know the names of, next to the grab a hammer. But I'm saying, we have seen him fuck up over and over and over again. So that's where we were like, yeah, pause. You know, we understood why he did it. Hey, this is my cup keeper. Whatever agreement that they had was bigger than the team. They had an agreement. This is my cup guy. You're going to be my cup guy. You're going to be my cup guy. And they stuck to their agreement to the detriment of our team. And they have to pay the price for that. Which he can the next year. And hope he does and earns those 90 million spread over the next 5, hell, even 3 years. The thing is with Carrick, if the name that comes in isn't an established winner, someone with clout, then he has the right to feel the grief. I saw Havertz White Soccer. His favorites are weak links. You cannot have a lot of them starting. They've shown you they crumble multiple years, but they're in the finals. Predictable football, 100%. Join. We are not winning anything. It's the wrap. We will bottle everything. Oh Lord. I sense a little bit of sarcasm there from our broski, Jacques Cousteau. Benny Blanco already doesn't watch football, but he has more football in brain than the rest of our squad. The rest of our squad winning, our quad winning squad. Big up. You know, you can't spell squad without the quad. You know, Lord, believe. No. We're nowhere near that, my friend. Nowhere near that. Mind you, I can sympathize with the players as they were probably mindfucked as the rest of the team that they saw Kepa started. But you know what? We can say all that. The first chance of the game Paul Sakai. He has to score that. Right? He has to score that. So in the event that Kepa lets in a mistake, we had to plan for the Kepa fuck up. Right? If you're going to put a game plan together where you're going to have Kepa in the team starting, you have to plan as if you're going to concede. So if you know you're going to concede, you must score. So we score in the 8th minute, that chance, whatever. They scored their goal in the second half. It's 1-1. We're still in the game. The second goal rattled our defense, which directly led to the second. Like Nico O'Reilly essentially scored the same goal twice. He's in the same spot just without the mistake. They knew that they could get changed down that side. You know, because Nkapie was on a yellow already. And the defense was flustered. The goalie is on a yellow. He's already nervous from that blunder he did against Doku. Your left back is on a yellow. Saliba did well. Saliba probably mad as hell. But like, brother, I kept their goal scorer quiet, and you, man, let the left back get in goal scoring position and beat us twice. He's probably mind fucked. That 4-prong frontline barrier was all Pep needed to flub Arteta. I wonder what was going through both their minds when that was happening. Pep was like, I got him. I'm the master. He's the student. I got him. I know if I do this, he'll react this way. And if he reacts this way, there will be space here. And he got him. Pep's got his ass locked up. Saka is finished. Rashford settings, sadly. Saka needs like a good 6 months of rest, but more so rehab, rest and rehabilitation, right? Rejuvenation, one of them other R words. He needs more than rest at this point. He needs to mentally get right. We're never going to be able to break City's best without Raya in goal. I don't need coaching badges for this. No one does this. It's simple logic. But the thing is, City didn't really press us in the first half. They didn't. Second half, we were okay. Second half, they just moved to a level that we could not match. You know what I mean? We're going to lose no matter what. There's always an excuse for when we don't win. But this season, I know we have laid off of it a little bit, T. Gunner. We have laid off it a little bit with the this year's version of no excuses. But this was the season of no excuses. So if your man like views who say, you know, I don't even know why I'm upset, I can just sit back and chill because this year we have to win something, or next year it's a new chapter. The problem is the new chapter should have started on Sunday, and that chapter should have been the trophy drought has ended and we're moving towards success. Comments on how Rice and Gabriel left Trossard on an island in your own box against 2-2. They were mind fucked, rattled. We were all over the place. From the moment that Raya did that craziness with Doku and the 64th minute is when the game completely got away from us. Because they were already turning the screw for minute 47. And all the nerves, they just crumbled. You know, all I saw was O'Reilly nodding the damn ball in the net. I said, give him my check. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. So any kind of tactical adjustment or tactical analysis from minute 63 on, I didn't see it. Full Vanguard, I did not see it. Big up to the broski. Love my bro. Big you up. Big up to Hendo. Sadly, the bottle has begun. No point to kick up the Arse for the weak-minded players as a fraud of a minded. I would pay, Hendo. I would pay for the thought of Andrea Bertha right now. Like, what is Bertha thinking? Like, what? I've given Diego Simeone less, and I've seen him perform. Now, this guy's been given the lot. He's been given damn near a blank check all the time in the world, and he still can't deliver. Berta's even keel, not too high when we win, not going to panic when we lose, but he knows that this version of Arsenal that he is watching, he is not the version of Arsenal we'll see next year as long as Berta is here. All right. Imagine in the summer comes and there's transfer rumors and there's tug of war and there's back and forth, and then you see, man, like you hear the news, Bertha's departing from Arsenal. Then we'll know that he's had a fallout with Miguel, and he's like, "Yeah, brother, I'm walking." You know what I'm saying? I am walking. Um, I love Carrick, but I ain't his agent. 1 year for now. We should have learned something from paying all these scrubs. But Carrick, um, big enough sample size to prove that he kind of knows something about football, no? So I'll say, how about this? Good agent, right? The club wants to give you 1 year. Okay, 1 year deal. Well, it's a 2 year deal, but the second year is a club option to trigger. So it's a 2 year deal, but the club can terminate after one with a generous termination clause. You know, like in the NBA, the player can opt in or opt out. Player option, team option. So United give him a 2 year deal with a team option. And if he's as good as people say he is, 6 months into next season, they will already be like, yeah, we're going to trigger the second year. Matter of fact, we're going to sign him up because he is Lord. Carrick has done a great job. On the Amorim, you were getting slapped weekly. Big back. Got put out the cups and that. Big up to Brian again. So you're correct. Kepa cost 67 million. And maybe this is still going to his head, y'all. Maybe he still thinks he's the top dog. Now, may we remind him that Chelsea had to bench him for Mendy to go win the Champions League, even though I think it was harsh because I don't think he was the reason they weren't winning. Right? But Mendy went on a madness that year. You had world-class defenders in front of him and Thiago Silva in that. You had world-class N'Golo Kante in that. So it was different, right? But I think Kepa is feeling himself a little bit where he might feel like he is too good to be a backup. Well, brother, there's a reason why you were 5 million. The market does not lie, you know. You ever seen a chick that's a 3 that thinks she's a 10? In her head, she tells herself she's a 10. Like Kepa is telling himself he's a 10. But are you getting 10 results? Because 10 results, 10 get in the club for free. They get free drinks. They get taken off the market quickly. But in her head, she's a 10. Bitch, you're a 3. Kepa is still thinking he a 10 out here. I have a feeling he is getting chopped no matter what. No issues there if we're talking about Teta getting chopped, you know? If Arteta screws this all up again, he has to be sacked at the end of the season. Well, say we go out the champs and fuck off the Premier League and he doesn't last the end of the season. The only way he lasts the end of the season is if we're in it till the end. And then you part ways should he fuck that up. Because from where we were, this should not go down to goal difference. We should be getting to 85 points comfortably from here. Then you kept away shit at high crosses, and we let the backrest goals in when Kepa and White play. They don't normally put that many high level crosses in. Tactics, tactics. I'm here for it. Huge match today in the women's UCL. We play Chelsea later on. Now, while we're on the subject of Chelsea, yeah. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I want to show y'all something. This damn. No. This damn Yasser, yeah. I love Yasser. Big up to Yasser every time. But I'm gonna show y'all something of why Yasser is a damn mutant in the spaces. Chelsea got fisted up, right? Chelsea got fisted up in the Premier League on Saturday. This is Yasser's upload, yeah? Yasser this is his Chelsea match reaction. Full time 3-0, 654 views. Now the next day, the very following day, brother Yasser, Arsenal reaction. 1.5K fucking views. Arsenal. See. See, if we ever wonder why they do it, this is why. It sells. You see what his father Matisse does, and Eunice and all these big accounts. Like you mention Arsenal at the expense of your own club content, more people watch it. And this is why I say to the goddamn Arsenal fans, if you always complain about other teams doing this, because you fucking watch it, they know they can reel you in with clickbait. 3 times. 1.5, it's damn near 3 times the views of his Chelsea reaction. So why you think is going to motivate him to do some goddamn Chelsea reaction? Why not? Hell no. You want views, you talk about Arsenal. That's what the fuck happened. Chelsea are in a tailspin right now. There is no shortage of Chelsea content. But you go over there, you're going to see some Arsenal shit because it's hell. Now, we all know this. Everyone knows this. But I'm here to point it out. Not everyone points it out. They just look at it and turn the other way. You go to BBK Sports, you see about 460 videos on my channel. I have never done a Chelsea reaction, ever upload. I've never done a Man United reaction upload, ever. And this is BBK Sports. This is even an Arsenal channel. I am a Arsenal fan. But I didn't back myself into a corner and say, Tyrant Talks Arsenal, right? I led the show with NBA Wednesday. Starts tomorrow. See you all there. We got a lot to talk about. MVP race, playoff position and playing and jockeying and all that shit. It's sports in general. But I'm just letting the record show the topic, just us. Why? Because our fans lap it the fuck up. We fall for the PR every goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? Just had to point that out. They got Yasser still. Anyway, go ahead and put Yasser's link in the chat if Yasser shows up. Where we at? The tactics, man. The tactics. I agree. If Lady Luck turns her back on Arteta, I can't see him winning another game in the Prem. But he's had luck on his side. Now we'll win more games. We'll win more games. They'll be stinky. They'll be just as stinky as the following 12 games. We're saying, yo, get ready for 12 of the stinkiest games you'll ever see. It could be 1-0, but we'll win more games. But there is another slip up coming. There is another banana skin in the cards. Since 1969, I am 61 years old. Been there, seen it, and got the T-shirt. Arteta is not the manager to get Arsenal across the line. Strong words from Hendo. And at this point, who can disagree with him? If you disagree with Hendo on this, what? Based on what? Because you heard me say earlier, experience is the best teacher. 61 years old. I'm sure he's got more experience than all of us in this chat. Why give Arteta another year to fully bin off our star youths? That's it. That right there. With all these things right now, Berta will go into Josh's office and he'll go with a cue card and it will be split down the middle. And the topic would be to keep Arteta, pros and cons. On the pro side, that motherfucker should be blank. If we don't win anything, it should be blank. There should be no pros. On the con side, bin off our star youth. I'll be the number one. Like, where's Ethan? Max's development is paramount. We can't trust him with that. Declan Rice, Declan Rice, Eze, Gabriel, these men are 27, 28 years old. They're in their prime. Can't waste it. Have to get something out of them now. So the con side will be full, the pro side will be blank, and decision it's made for you. Take the emotion out of it and apply some practical application. Practical common sense. Be like, oh, he's been given time. He's been given resources. He's been given money. He's been given a hand in transfers and all this. There was not a player at this football club that he didn't want here until Bertha came. Big you up. The build up to their goals were slow, and we just stood there and watched. That's true, That is true. Doku was in the box with his back turned, going through his progressions. My number one passing option. Oh, not there. My second. Oh, nope. Check down. Give the ball here. Give it back to me. I see something. Work it to the other side. Put the cross in, and we got him. Big up to Blacks of my G. Thank you for being here. Have you heard from Tony Claude? I wonder what he has to say about Sunday's debacle. So Tony has gone on a little hiatus. He posted on his page saying that mentally he can't deal with this right now because of the shocking performance. And obviously you don't want to kick a man when he's down. But we told you. It's not like we didn't tell him. We tried to tell him. We tell him, and then we tell him what we told him. Old boy 10. Boateng is here, taking his lick, but he showed up. It's calm. But I have spoken to Tony. He's all right. He's just probably not in the best state of mind to stream right now. And I understand it, but try to tell him. We did. Poor Jez, you see the new drama? What drama going on? Am I missing some more YouTube beef? Because I'm seeing YouTube beef. I'm seeing the selective badness thing keep going on the catch up. You know, I don't know. It's like I see the last thumbnail I saw was Lee Gunner got kicked off Fam Zone and never a foul. I'm like, kicked off? What do you mean he got kicked off? or something like that. I'm like, brother, Lee Gunner's second channel, Lee Reacts, is bigger than Never a Foul and Fam Zone combined. Like, anyone watches Fam Zone? How the hell you get kicked off something that's beneath you? So I don't know what's going on there. But what I talk about Hendo being 61 years old and being a top guy and all the experience. Jez has been supporting Arsenal since 1967. Or was that the year Jez was born? I don't know. But I know Jez has some years on Hendo, right? So whatever Jez is on, I'd love to hear it. Big you up, my brother. Manners and respect. Yeah, man. No, man. The party started here, man. But Boyton showed up, man. The APB was out. Boyton found us. And he came, said his piece. I think he bounced, but we respect it. Yasser is a proper Arsenal hater. Going on Twitter yesterday, was like 30 Yasser report with Arsenal. This is. I'm like, brother, like, what's man on? That man haven't won a game in 5. You just held 8. Newcastle came to the bridge and walked the ball in the net. We went to Everton and held 3, and 3 flattered, man. It should have been 6. No Jack Grealish. Winning at Hill Dickinson there is no shortage of Chelsea content right now. I can understand if Chelsea are not doing this, and this, and everything is. I can understand the City fans not doing shit, right? Because they got their own thing going on. But if you are them, man, like, brother, what are you on? Because we're not gonna make Chelsea content and bash Chelsea because he doesn't sell. He doesn't. But why? Who the hell wants to hear me talk about Chelsea? I won't. I'll speak about it when they on April 12th or 11th when they play City. Because one or two things are going to happen. Either they get another slapping or they'll help us get closer to the league. Because if we beat Bournemouth on the 11th, right, and go 12 points clear with the game in hand, so 9 points clear, and they failed, if Man City failed to get anything but 3 points, then I think it's done. I might go from 60% to 68 and then say, even this guy can't fuck this up. You can't fuck this up. But like 30 reposts, like, brother. Say you want engagement without saying you want engagement. Everyone wants to eat off the Arsenal. So we're like LeBron FC, right? We're the LeBron era, but everyone is collecting championships, right? So remember, one of the biggest knocks against LeBron is that while he was dominant, when he arrived in 07, you'd have men like Steph that racked up 4 rings. You got Kawhi that got 2, Dirk 8, Giannis 8, Jokic 8, Tatum 8, everyone 8. So Arsenal are like LeBron. You're the talk of the town, but everyone else is eating but you. Yasser is a true rival. He could lose 7-0 and still some. I'm like, nah, brother, you're roasting yourself because all you need to know is post it. All you got to do is post the PSG result. And we beat Arteta with the stick of 1 billion spent, no Premier League. 1 billion spent, no. I think they're over 2.5, and going like Brentford could go ahead of Chelsea when we get back from the Brentford, who lost their coach, their captain, and 2 20-goal a season striker. Yao Pedro is supposed to be the signing of the season. Cucurella is the best left back in the league. Reece James is the best right back. They have the best midfield. Lavia is back now. Caicedo, Palmer, Lavia. Palmer's name has been said as the best player in England. And you're competing with Brentford. And find time to I'm like, come on. Nah, I'm not the content police. I'm not gonna at Yasser and be like, hey man, stop making Arsenal content. I'm just gonna point it out. Like, brother, we see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're not talking about us because there's no content for you to talk about. You know, you just refuse to talk about the A2 and going to Everton and holding 3 could have been 6 and all them something there. I think Chelsea's last one was Wrexham. Could be wrong. We posted an 11-year-old official Chelsea post about giving the runners up medals. So he's like 50 cents. And you know, and shit like this is one of the reasons why I'm not on Twitter, you know, because the internet is not even a real place. You know, the internet's not a real place. And bang, Twitter is not a real place within the space of not being a real place. It's mad. Literally the only use he has spawning content, but people watch it. You know what I mean? You know, I don't do that. I'm not on X. I'm not on Twitter. I don't do any of that shit. Nor do I do match reactions. You know, like those match reactions, or not match reaction, like review other people's content. I think it's lazy, and I don't begrudge anyone that does that. But you know, like put yourself to the side in the corner, and there you got someone else's content, and I'm reacting to Kevin Samuels talk about women and men and relationships and shit. And then I play the video for 2 minutes, and I stop and talk. Play it for 2 minutes, and I stop and talk. I think that's lazy content. If you don't have shit to say, don't fucking stream. The internet will be here. It ain't going nowhere. Big up to Mateo. Miguel, them. Miguel, them man. Mateo. Big up, Majid. Hope you're good. Brighton was stinky, but got hella good luck with the Verbergen let that weak ass cross between his legs. Yeah, he shit the bed on that one. But sometimes you create a bit of luck. You know, we talk about if you don't shoot, you don't score. Well, he shot and he scored. So I'm not even going to knock soccer for that. Because after time, we're begging Odegaard, shoot the damn ball. There's a reason why the crowd urges people to shoot. You miss 100% of the chances you don't take or the shots you don't take. Have a go. You know what I mean? Big you up. I remember those days. You remember those days when what's his name was our damn striker, yeah? Why is my damn soundboard sticking? 1 second, people. And yeah, and another admin note. I do have we do record a Cold Corner podcast today. Today is the Jay-Z episode. Now, you know, Cav and D, man, they're heavy Jay-Z fans. So I'm just going to be there to make up the numbers today because a lot of the shit that they're going to talk about, I won't even be on. But Jay-Z is doing a tour right now. He's hot right now. So they want to do a Jay-Z episode. So that's what we're recording the Cold Corner podcast. So big up DX Corner, man. Or Everton luck where Cauliflower does a mad block. Nah, bro. See, what we're not gonna do is point out our luck when you man been getting lucky all goddamn season. I remember Fulham when man pushed goddamn Bassey in the back and there was no VAR. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. We can go through your goddamn fixes and find all the luck that you done got. Man, we ain't doing that. Big up, man. Big up to Ramba Kanamba. Yeah, man, we're vexed. We're vexed about that. It was in our hands. There were 45 minutes between us and the trophy. You know, and we fucked it. Hey man, big up to the mod god and like AJ, you know, big him up. Tony going through it. He'll be going live with Northside sometime today or tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, he'll be back in the space. Tony just have to go compose himself and come back with some humility. But you know how long that humility is gonna last? 5 minutes. As soon as that go live button is hit and the ticker begins, Tony goes into. He's gonna go back into his shell. Gonna go back in. Tony only knows how to be Tony. He can't fake rage. He can't. He's gonna at some point during this stream, he'll look at the table, and he will see us on 70 points. He will see Man City on 61 points, and he will reset. And him and Northside will go back at it because North is gonna stay on his square. North is gonna stand on business. Tony is gonna do the Tony thing. So Even if he's feeling not too chesty, it will come out during the stream. I promise you it will. Big up to the broski. That's Gianni, man. Big you up. Big you up, my G. Mental health trick. Top Gooners unite. Hey, hey, Top Gooners unite. Jez has split from Lee Gunner as like the reaction cams. The match reaction, because I know they do the OG show, which is Jez, DJ, Kenny, and Lee. Well, Lee hosted, but I think Kenny and I think Matt Southern Gooner is on there as well. So that's the weekly show that they do, right? The OGs, or is that on Aaron? They do a show on Mondays because I watched it yesterday. But yeah, Jez wasn't on there yesterday. But shit happens. People split. There will be a time when the weekend warm up won't happen. Put me on the waffle down. People that waffle and BBK. It's never gonna be that. At some point, we'll get tired of streaming together, or just be into different things. People grow apart business wise. I guess I don't know what the ins and outs, but BX Gunner says the Rat Kingdom is falling off. It's failing. It is falling. Stay off the booze, smoke some ganja, and mellow out. Yeah, BX Gunner for time has had his opinion on Captain Guns. Big up to Gianni, man. Big you up. Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs either, Brian. But either way, man, good with Jez. I love listening to Jez. I stream with Jez every Thursday on the Bruce Banana. I've only streamed with Lee once. They both love Arsenal. There's a reason why Lee reached out to Jez, because you can learn a lot from Jez. And I can appreciate someone who loves Arsenal, who will admit that they don't know everything about the club, and will reach out to someone with the actual knowledge base to learn. You know what I mean? I wish Egal and Christian would do the same thing and go read a book on the Arsenal, right? Go watch a documentary, educate yourself. It's okay. It's not your fault you weren't born when Tony was around and these men, but it's absolutely relevant. 30 years from now, there's a kid being born right now, and 30 years from now, will tell you that the player that's playing for their NBA team was better than Michael, better than Steph, better than LeBron, and all this shit because they refuse to educate themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Say we feeding everyone. Yeah, City are having a shit year, boy 10. And what it looks like, a shit year for them is going to be second and a cup. They already have the cup. They're probably going to finish second. United are not overtaking them by any stretch. So City, I think we're bigger than them. And I don't see them as a big club. But they're moving as such that in the down year, cup and a second place finish, possibly another cup, a domestic double, and a second place finish in the down year. It's usually the hallmarks of a club with high standards, isn't it? Yeah, Philanthropist FC. We're giving. Everyone's eating, bro. Hey, the quad man is here. LeBron got nothing on us. He's dick riding all over the league while Steph is basically rebuilding the dynasty in his own on his own. While LeBron is still playing, by the way. Don't leave that part out. And I'm watching First Take this morning. It leads with LeBron's performance last night. Scoreless in the first half, finished 1 point shy of a triple-double, and they're glazing. Right, brother, it's a stat pattern at this point. And they lost the game. Yeah, Detroit actually won the game without their best player. The Detroit Pistons beat the Lakers without Cade Cunningham, and they're leading with LeBron's almost triple-double instead of talking about the team that won the fucking game. That's media narrative, that shit like that I don't like. You know what I mean? It's merit. You talk about the winners, the guys that are good. We can treble. You guys will be happy, but I won't be bothered. So it was quarter bust for you. Nah, brother, don't do that. Don't let the fact that you're getting bantered for the quad that never happened steal your joy. Right? There's only what? How many trebles have we seen? You can't tell me that we win the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and you are not bothered. Not buying that. You don't have to course correct that radically. We don't believe you. I know I don't. I won't speak for the chat, but I don't believe you. We've never won a Champions League. Right? We haven't won the Premier League for 22 years. The best we've done is 2002 Premier League FA Cup. The best. We're doing the cup doubles. We do one better, and you're not bothered. Nah. No. Guys, what is this blasphemy? Repeating the Q word. It's done. And maybe some of the players will feel some type of relief because that shit was everywhere. They couldn't escape it. We'll beat Southampton. That match doesn't even matter. It matters. Kepa will be in goal, so they'll have a chance to score, just like what was that, Mansfield? That Mansfield wasn't comfortable. No, let's not pretend it was. It needed a moment of magic from the Eberici to come on and win that for us. A moment of brilliance from Eze to get past Leverkusen. We needed a moment of brilliance from Max to beat Everton. There was no brilliance there was no moment of brilliance because Eze wasn't even in the squad and he didn't trust Max to come on in that environment. So there we are. Super Mika Teta. You guys lose it when you start saying Southampton is going to take us out the cup or something. That's outlandish. Well, they have before. Southampton knocked us out the FA Cup the year after he won it. If my memory serves me correctly, the year Willian and them with us that year. I think that was 2021. So we won it in 2020, 2021. It may have been Southampton that knocked us out. I know championship Nottingham Forest knocked us out one year in those white kids. All right? Last year's version of Man United. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and say that one more time. Last year's version of Man United might have well been a damn championship team. These men lost to Tottenham in the final. They had like 20-something losses. Championship form. Finished 15th to 16th. Knocked us out. You know what I mean? Big up to Mateo. Love my bro. Hope you're good. Anas and manas. To you. It's never been done. I always knew it would be a T word. I'm not saying the T word either. I'm going to stop. I am going to stop. In a bit. What are the odds on that? What are the odds on that happening, Mateo? Are you mad? You having a laugh, my G? Let's get by Atletico Madrid first. Now, remember, I can go find the clip somewhere when I said the quad shouldn't be allowed. No one should talk about the quad until March 22nd. And see the reason why. Because Man City won the trophy and they still can't say quad. Why? They're out the Champions League. It's mad, you know. Were we supposed to make the Carabao? Yeah. That's progression, right? Last year we made the semis. This year had to be the final. Port Vale was the first test. That's a given. Brighton, we're better than Brighton. We're better than Palace, and we're better than Chelsea. Those are the teams that we faced to get here. So yeah, fully deserve to be in the final. We're a tough road. It's like we were playing Cardiff and shit every week. We had one League One side or League Two side, wherever Port Vale are, and then it was Premier League teams all the way through. We have a Premier League matchup in the semifinals of the FA Cup. We get by Southampton, so I'm here for it. I never said anything about Spurs losing 5-2 because we still had to play PSG and lost. I stopped watching after the Barcola score to make it 1-0 because I had a feeling that, yeah. And the thing is, like, that could have gotten away, man. That could have gotten away. 5-2 and 3-0. But I just think it's rich from you know, the content creators of Chelsea are I don't even call it because man, when you call men shameless now, they wear it as a badge of honor. Like you're not ashamed. Bumbakla, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like look within, man. Keep your own house in order. Because Me as an older guy have seen the standards of Arsenal Football Club slip over the years, and I'm seeing the exact same thing going on at Chelsea. Roman will never allow you to go 10 years without a Premier League title. That's what's happening. Right? The next time when the next Premier League campaign kicks off, it's 2027. That's the last 10 years. Roman didn't even allow 5. But when the fan bases, instead of holding their own club accountable, are so busy talking about Arsenal, this is what happens. And then you're going to end up losing your best player. Where have we seen that happen before? Man said we're winning the T word. Go easy on Park Place. There is not a better manager in the world than Mikel Arteta.
There is not currently a better manager in world football than Mikel Arteta.
We got Super Mikel Arteta. He knows exactly what we... yeah, that. There's the numbers. 1 from 23. For some reason, I thought it was 1 from 26. May have to recalculate the numbers, you know. Where we at? Just trying to catch up, man. It threw me off there. Mikel is such a great manager and so respectful. Out of respect, he gave the Carabao to his teacher Pep. Out of respect for his last trophy and his fellow countrymen. Yeah. If Arteta didn't have the stones to beat Pep in a final, how is he going to beat him at the Etihad? 100, brother. I'm saying, Darren, if they can beat us at Wembley, they can beat us at the Etihad. Even more pressurized situation. Explain to me, please. I can't explain it. That's why I picked us to lose that game. We're 1-0 down off the coach, bro. Now, we had it in us to make sure that game was of little consequence as possible. We had that in our hands at Wolves 2-0 up and G-Tech Stadium 1-0 up. 4 points thrown away there. Forget the Wolves, the Forest away, the Liverpool at home, the Man United at home. Those 4 points right now would have us 10 points clear. Then we could move differently. Now you go there, it's damn near a must win. Because if it's a do not lose, he plays for a draw, what happens? We lose. Can't beat him at Wembley. How are you supposed to beat him in Manchester? When's the last time that happened? Because going into this, Pep hasn't beaten him since 2023 in the 4-1. So beat him when it mattered, didn't he? You know, that's how good Mikel is. Maybe kind. When we get opposition players on a yellow, we don't put them on pressure. Yeah, that's true. Because I remember like last year, North London Derby, or the year before that, Udogie pick up a yellow in like the 17th minute and finish the game. No, we had won the game, but goddamn, I'm expecting Saka to cook, man. What was that, the 2-2? I think that was the 2-2 when Jorginho gave the ball away. Mikel made a deal with Pep. He said, okay, I'll give you the Prem guarantee. Mikel said, thank you, Papa. I'll give you the Carabao in return. This sounds like a good skit for a cartoon. Like if you're into animation, you could make one of those. I like that still. Big up to Adam. Jez isn't working with Lee anymore, but it's not personal. Yeah, professional separation. I can understand that, right? So like, what's gonna happen when Lee and Rance stop screaming together? Is it gonna be but from what I'm hearing, right? It's some other person who specializes in drama, like Nick's Football Club or something. Someone who specializes in drama does a reaction, and that's what I'm saying. You'll never see me do those videos. I think those videos are lame as fuck. But apparently the internet loves them because they get a lot of views. Like if Catch didn't think that him and Lee Gunner thing would give him views, then he wouldn't do it. Who the hell would waste 5 hours on YouTube if they didn't think it would bang? And then they clip it up and release bits of it again. They know that the internet laps up shit like this. You know, we usually accuse women of lacking drama and all that shit and gossip. But this is not a good look for the manosphere because YouTube is 80% men, 90 damn near. My algorithm tells me the gender of the people who watches YouTube sports. It's mostly men. So why are we doing girl shit? Why are we doing bitch shit on YouTube talking about this guy and that guy? You know, this is an L for us, fellas. The manosphere is taking an L with YouTube beef. Ladies, our apologies. What's going on with MLS? Can't get a game more minutes. Mismanagement. Some people will grossly mismanage funds. Some people grossly mismanage their personnel. That's what the hell is going on. Our personnel is being mismanaged. T. Guna just did a video talking about how Lee talks over him and other things. Okay. Is that when he's sober or when he's on the juice? 31 likes. Love for that. 35 watching. I can vibe with that, man. Thank you all for being here, man. Nice and decent people. Big on up, Big on up. Jess doesn't want to catch a rap this. The Jezza. The Jess don't like the mess. Terrence mustache moving like Odegaard, nowhere to be found. Now I cut it off, man. I cut it off. So I was shaving. I was trying to line up the beard, and the clipper just. I was like, I couldn't leave it with the. So I have to go back in. Because I'm fully in the beard gang now. Dig you up, man. What's the on now positive, Dan? How dare you say Bournemouth is you know what, AJ, and I appreciate this segue because I wanted to touch on this. Because there are some things that are coming out now. One, it was the Karabuki Cup, so we didn't care about it anyway. Bullshit, that's a goddamn lie. I wanted that cup, you wanted that cup. That's why you all predicted wins just like I did. Stop lying that it didn't matter. We needed this. Then they go on and talk about the money price payout of 100,000. Julian, stop it. That's madness. And you know that's crazy. Stop it. It's so cringe. So cringe. Don't do it. So it didn't matter anyway, and it's not a lot of money. Let's move. Bigger fish to fry. Jesus, stop it. It was just the next play for them to play on the script. I think Jez just got tired of waiting on Lee. I think he got annoyed that Lee didn't tell anyone he's not streaming and made people wait. I'm sure that there's more. You know what? Them man do some wicked hour streams. Like I don't think I've ever done a stream over two and change. But I see Gianni put in 5 hours last night. Sometimes Lee will put in 8-hour streams. And it takes time to recover from that. You know what I'm saying? I can stay up 24 hours. I do it all the time over my time in the army and shit. But when you stream for that long, imagine he set up a stream and just fall the fuck asleep. Not that he kept him waiting on purpose, but the body shuts down after a while. Big up, Mateo, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Catch you soon. I swear it was 2021, Blacks. I don't want to. Sometimes my date gets a little fuzzy. Like I said, I'm getting old. The hair getting thin up there. I'm a little old, so. But I think they knocked us out in 2021. Think so. It's funny that the matches don't matter when we are the ones who lose. Yeah, so my bro waffle down, put it out the other. Hey, winners win, losers complain. Top gooners make excuses. We're not winning no fucking trouble at this point. We're not even going to win the league. This is our shit. Look, and this is the thing. You're gonna see a lot of people walk back there. It's already done thing. So when I go on the panels that I've been saying that it wasn't done, I'm gonna hold man to account, Sammy. I'm gonna hold you to account. Like you have to. If you think it was done a week ago, we haven't played a Premier League game since then. So what's changed? The injuries. Injuries happens to everyone, isn't it? Yep. Big up to Gary. Anas to Gary. Mr. Pads, big you up. Admin note. Cold Corner episode probably be released tonight or tomorrow. Big you up, my G. Phoenix, afternoon all in the chat. Kepa should have never been bought after his performance with Chelsea versus Man City League Cup final. Man City could do a domestic treble, while Arsenal could end up with naught. Yep. Or right now, it could be looking like Man City could do a domestic cup double and finish second, and Arsenal could walk away with the Premier League and the Premier League only, which to some would be a failure, which sounds crazy from where we were postured to win 2 trophies at the minimum. But that was one of the ones that I surely had us down to win, and we let that slip. So it's mad. Woo! City are going to take the league again. So the only thing is, right, for Man City to go on and win this league, they damn near have to be perfect. And The reason why I'm not declaring the title over for Arsenal yet is because I do believe we have one more fuck up in us. But I also believe City have one more fuck up in them. Because they play Villa on the last day for the title. I know that sounds crazy based on what I've said about Unai Emery and title races, but they also go to Stamford Bridge next Saturday. And with all the chess that Yasser and Matisse and Eunice and all these men have for Arsenal, they could damn near help us win the league when we get back from international break. They could. Or they could take another slapping and fall to 7. Because essentially that's what they look like. They could be the only team that could win the Conference League twice. You know what I mean? So either Chelsea get another slapping or they're gonna take points off City. Assuming that we have something about us and we actually beat Bournemouth, we'll talk after that game, because then we could be 9 points clear or 11 or 12. We might have to hand out several $1.50s at this rate. Might need several gentlemen in North London with that telephone. Tell them, Mr. Pads. You tell them what you're gonna tell them, then tell them, and then remind them what you told them. That's what it needs, man. We need some shaking up, around the club right now, if I'm being honest. TMZ schoolgirl gossip. I will never get to that point, and I don't begrudge anyone who does it. Maybe I'm just the old get off my lawn guy, right? We shoot the shot in the breeze and in the chat where we talk football, but then we'll throw Mateo some advice on how to maintain his discipline and stay away from his work girls and shit like that. But for the most part, we keep it sports, right? We keep it sports here. I'm not. If there's someone who has YouTube beef with BBK Sports, that shit would be one-sided, because I will not partake in it. I would just not. They ain't got the time. Arsenal needs removing because this season was practically gift wrap for him. With Man City, Pool, Chelsea, Villa all been all out of sorts, and he's still messing up. Yeah. The football gods have said, "Hey, here is a final. I can't win it for you, but here it is. Here is the side of the Champions League bracket where no one wants to be on. I'm gonna put you over there. You earned the right to be over there winning all your games. So you're over there with Sporting, you're over there with Bodo and them, man. And I'm gonna put you in a collision course with Barcelona or Atletico, but you rather be over here than the gauntlet on the left side. You know what I mean? Big up to Bradley. Even Piers Morgan can't take the manosphere." Pierce it up. And I'm sure he had something to say about the final, because he is supposedly a gooner. What he's saying, his content and I don't really cross paths very often. Big up to Binks. Oh man, Binks is here. So we have to big up the Uman them when the Uman them pass through. So big up to Binks.
Big up. All of the woman them big up. All of the girl them big up.
All of the woman them, all of the girl them, big up. You know the badness go already. I believe Arteta would bottle a 20-point lead. The dude just allergic to winning trophies. Now, big up to BX Gunner, because he coined the term. I don't know if he came up with it himself. He did big you up, bro, or he got it from somewhere, but it fits. And he said Arteta is so damn stubborn. He is the guy that will fail an open book test because he's too damn stubborn to use the book. Mad. It's one from a possible 23. We didn't win anything this season. Okay, gotcha. Okay, makes sense now. Perfectly. Big you up, AJ. Please subscribe to the channel, people. Nice and decent people. Let us grow together. Stay connected, guys. If the cups don't matter, why is Arteta still in a job? Oh shit. This part. Uncomfortable conversation, Blacks. He won the Mickey Mouse Cup with Emery's team, so I guess he shouldn't be here. Made it back in his image and completely fucked it. Big up Boona Rican, man. He got no killer instinct compared to Pep Club, Fergie, Graham, and Marino. Yeah, any of these managers getting put in this position will walk the league. We should be Arsenal fans in general. Content creators in particular should be unbearable right now. We should be walking the league and just telling everyone else our shit don't stink. And all that. We fucked it. Cardiac Arrest FC. January 2021. Southampton. I remember we needed a goal and he was trucking on Willian. So it must have been 2022 when we got knocked out to Forest in the white kit when was that Jed Spence that scored that goal? I think he had crossed the ball for the Leeds player. It's mad. Ryan gonna be a problem. Jimenez looking to lock up Martinelli and Leo. Bournemouth have been drawing a hell of games, but right now, I think they've drawn 5 on the bounce. I don't think Bournemouth have lost a game since they lost to us 3-2 at their ground. They're coming to us. But a draw kills us. Like I said earlier on in the stream, I think from now to the rest of the season, the only team that would actually actively play to beat us will be Man City because they have to. Every other team will set up to get a point from us. And teams that deliberately set up to get a point from us usually give us a hell of a lot of problems if we don't get that moment of brilliance from Eze or Max. The moment we don't beat Bournemouth, City win the league that second. They smell blood now. You know, they do smell blood. I can tell that they smell blood. I seen a Foot Mob article that was said we smell blood in quotation mark as if a Man City player said it, but I don't trust Foot Mob sources. They make up shit all the time. They do. Moody dislocated his knee going for a dunk. Really? But you know what? The good thing for you that is because the Pelicans are so far behind you, you're guaranteed in the play-in in the 9-10 spot. So we'll see how that goes, but it's looking long for the Warriors in the playoff run right now. A few years ago, Man City beat Villa 4 goals to win the league on the last day to take the title off Liverpool. A few years ago, Arsenal just hasn't got the mentality. You know what? That was the year, Phoenix, when they had Villa at home, right? And Coutinho had scored for Villa because Coutinho was at Villa at the time, right? When Gerrard was there, right? And Liverpool had Wolves at home, and they were going back. I think that's the year it was 92 and 93 points respectively. When Gundogan and Zinchenko came off the bench and actually won that. Yeah, I remember that. That was 22. That was 21-22. Yeah, killer mentality. A proper title race down to the wire. You man don't know what Mikhail is cooking. The greatest coach ever. Big up Kwaja. Piers Morgan is a massive Arteta in, and his son Spence Morgan said, "I'll quote: the Arsenal women have no right to play in the Emirates." They ruined the pitch for men. Oh shit, he said that. Yeah, man. I'm surprised he hasn't get cancels. I'm gonna tell you, I thought you were going to the goddamn store. Well, apparently U.S. citizens voted for one president twice. The thing is, the way that the American Electoral College is set up, you're not really voting for your president. You know, you're voting for electoral votes. So you can win more votes and not win. You know, you can get 60 million votes. The other party gets 40 million, and you lose. It's set up kind of weird. Arteta is still a virgin. Maybe when he loses the virginity, he start rolling out and he knows. Now, I asked them that, and I know what you mean when you say this, metaphorically, because I've asked Cape, I've asked a couple guys who are, or I don't want to call them, well, fuck it, we'll call them top gooners, but fans of Arteta. And I asked them, hey, do you think once we get over the line, he will take the shackles off a little bit? Because now he's the Premier League champion, the monkey's off your back, so to speak. But then again, why would you change a winning formula? Because if it wins, we're not paying him to play pretty football, right? We're paying him to win the league. And if he delivers that, I don't think he changes. I think he actually doubles down on the shit football. Because good football is winning football, if you ask me. Big up to the Waffle Down against the Southampton will give us a game. Will not be a walk in the park. Yeah, we go down to St. Mary's. If you remember the first failed title charge, Southampton, even though they got relegated, took 4 points from us. Home and away. The home game was 3-3 in the back end of the season. That was clearly nerves. And the fixture in the early part of the season was 1-1 at their ground. You know, so yeah, I do hear it. I hear it 100%. But we'll leave it there for now. People got to go get some gym time in and get my study guide out for this rap podcast with Cav and D-Man later. You know what I'm saying? Got to do what I do. But I will always say to you nice and decent people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone. Another man.